Where's the no?
When it comes to 6-month-old Jermaine Jr., you.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that, spitting slow, spitting fast, I could roast, I could gas, think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past and the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness, hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious, mysterious, because you are behind a fake exterior, inferior, you.
What is up, people? What is up? Welcome. What is going on? Yes, the one, my internet is out. Right now, I'm using my phone as a hotspot. So we can do as long as we can, probably an hour in the show. But I appreciate everybody that's coming in and checking it out. As always, you know how we do. This is the O.O.C. I want Roberto to shout out his channel. Well, let the people know where they can find you, Roberto. Or shout out a channel you don't have, you know what I'm saying?
Well, you know how it is.
Yeah, I don't know.
Internet, I have no camera, but we're still here live on Wednesday nights when we're supposed to be. Well, my boys there, Nzo, JG. I think Square One is done now.
Pretty much.
Where we started our roots, so we always have to pay homage, pay our respects.
Absolutely.
That's where I started. Without Square One, I wouldn't be here today. So you remember that, Big D. Always respect.
100%. JG, you know what to do, homie.
Rapid fire time. JG Shallon, terrific, the undefeated, undisputed final boss of 36 times Shallon. Welcome live to the O.O.C. with the host Nzo, aka the Abbott and the Osiris of the Shit Split King, and the Professor of Gunja alongside the Culture Brother, aka Mr. 100, aka No Trouble Daddy, everything going to be irie. Oh, I'm a no cry. Go check out my homie Superwise El Principe in Nueva York when we do that live watch party for Daredevil coming next month, and my uncle the GG.
I guess you cut it short.
Wow. So my internet's out, your camera's out, and JG's sound is not working. This is a great show, guys. Like,
you not hear me?
Now you are.
Okay. I did all this shit. Okay.
No, you cut out right when you said your uncle.
Oh, damn. My bad.
Sound good. It's all good.
It's the way it is.
Hey, man, that's how we do. Sometimes we got great shows, and sometimes we have one where nothing goes right. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? This is how we do it.
Put that guy's name in the fucking header. Look what happened.
Facts, 100%.
Trying to sabotage.
So the first thing I wanted to talk about is I need to show something real quick.
You can do that?
My screen. What's that?
Look at you.
Yeah, I can still do it. Posted this on Facebook since February the 2nd. One of my friend's daughters has been missing. She's been missing since February the 2nd. No one knows where she is. So, we're definitely doing what we can to try and find her. I know a lot of Americans watch the show more than anything, but if anybody can share, help out, definitely would be appreciated if you do.
Definitely.
I want to show real quick one more thing. The video that the mom put out. So I'm going to play this for you guys, and just, if anything, like I said, any help is appreciated.
I am begging everyone on my social media, on my wife, my family social media, to please share. Camila, please, I'm begging you wherever you are. We miss you, and I never thought I would be doing a video like this. I'm begging you to please come home. We miss you. We're waiting for you. I pray to God that you're safe. You're an intelligent, young, beautiful girl. I know you're going to make the right decision, and I really hope you're safe. And please, anyone that sees her, please stop. And anyone that sees her, if you have a family member, a cousin, a sister that has kids that go to high school anywhere in Laval, Montreal, around the 16 age to even older, we don't know. She was supposed to come home Sunday night. We don't know if she's with the wrong people. We don't know. We have no trace till Sunday. Since Sunday. Please, I'm begging. I'm begging everyone to share, to keep an eye out for our daughter, to post flyers. She could have, I don't know, she could be in gray sweatpants or pink. Maybe they change. I don't know. She had lashes on extensions. Black jacket with a hoodie. 5'5". She's beautiful. Please. I'm like, we haven't slept in days. This is the time that I'm gonna ask everyone to share, please. Please help bring her home. I'm gonna do another post in French.
Yeah. So, guys, take care of your kids, man. Watch your daughters. Anything can happen. And I'm praying for a safe return for my friend's daughter. That's the baby mom. That's not my friend. My friend is actually the father. So, but I mean, that doesn't really matter. Just as long as she gets found, so. Because the longer it takes, the harder it's going to be. The one said, is she missing or did she run away? Well, we don't have that information yet, the one, you know what I mean? Like we don't know. All we know is that she went out with her friends and she never came back. So my heart goes out to them and the family for sure, and it's a little bit close to me because it's my good friend, but I just gotta do what I can to put it out there. So, if anybody on Facebook, please share it because it's on my Facebook page as well. So make sure you all share it, and it definitely would be nice if you guys do so. So thank you, appreciate it. With that being said, we are here. You see the title, and we got to talk about it because there's a lot of shit going around, right? We're talking about, Trump with his tariffs. He got to put tariffs on Canada. He's going to put tariffs on Mexico, right? And there's this narrative going around that, hey, Trump wins again. Trump did it again. And we're just going to go through the timeline. We're going to go through all the information to let you guys know that he's gaslighting America. He is gaslighting you guys 100%. Trump is a con man, and Trump fans are falling for it, hook, line, and motherfucking sinker. Roberto, what are your thoughts real quick?
All I keep saying is, I'm going to say it the best I can. Y'all voted for him.
Facts.
That's all I can say.
100%. This was you guys. I
just one of the promises he made. Didn't he say he'd stop the war in Ukraine in one day?
Yeah.
How long is he in office? How long is he in office now? 2 weeks?
Longer than a day.
I guess he didn't do it yet. He didn't say which day.
Nope, that he did not. That he did not.
And sell a sneaker.
JG, what are your thoughts?
You got quite a know.
Let's hear this.
Well, I mean, what can you say? I mean, it's politics. They all lie, they all cheat, they all steal. It's which thief can you deal with the most, right? Tariffs, that's my profession now. You know, I'm feeling it on my end right now. So, it's crazy. It's crazy.
And he said it would only affect business, right?
Well, no, a tax is basically, a tariff basically a tax on imported goods, right? So,
Well, regardless, even if it affects business, it's going to affect the public because business is going to have to charge more. And where are those charges going to come?
well, also remember, businesses had not have an excuse to keep charging more, right? Which is really going to affect the.
Oop, American internet again. I thought mine was bad tonight. Look at that.
Well, what's that?
No,
Is that
it's your internet. It's your internet. It's your Canadian internet. You know
it. Well, you stopped. I couldn't hear you in a minute. I don't know. Maybe it was me. Roberto, were you hearing what he said, or did he cut out for you too?
He cut out.
Yeah.
Yeah. My internet is A1 over here. I don't know what y'all talking about.
Maybe your mic.
As much as I pay for it, it's A1 over here.
Maybe it's your mic, JG.
No, it's not my mic. It's not my mic.
You were breaking up, and then I didn't hear what you said, just like your intro.
Facts.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
we can hear you now.
Okay. I forget. What's the last thing y'all heard me say?
Something about enterprise.
Nah, I ain't saying I'm enterprise. But
we talk about Trump and how the tariff is affecting.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's affecting my job right now because that's what I deal with. Right now, I'm just sitting here doing nothing because we got nothing to do.
Good morning, people in the chat. Eli, Dewan, Nikisha, thank you for popping in. Appreciate it. Go ahead, JJ.
Tariff thing changes. I know before you guys will. That's what I deal with every day.
So here's the thing about the tariffs, right? And regardless of what you want to say, it's us who suffer. It's
we're all suffering,
of course.
Yeah, 100%, because the prices are going to raise for these companies to import and export things. And what is the first thing they're going to do is they're going to charge us, the people, right? So that's the thing. Now, I'm going to say I am proud of Trudeau because he didn't back down. You know what I mean? He was like, oh, yeah, you want to put tariffs on us? Well, we're going to put tariffs on you. And I'm going to explain the tariffs that he was planning on putting on Trump at first. But once that shit went into effect, this is our SAQ, which is our alcohol store. It says Canada isn't effing around because they pretty much took all the American liquor off the shelves. They took all the American liquor off the shelf, and it says buy Canada, you know? So I was like, okay, great. I definitely am feeling that. What did your thoughts when you saw that, Roberto?
I didn't even see it. That's what I was just asking you. Is that by us?
Yeah.
I didn't even see it. I heard they were going to do it. I heard they were doing it, but I didn't know it was here too, you know?
Yeah, they did that shit right away. So they did it in Toronto and all of those places, and then it was like Quebec too. They just said, you know what, if this is what's going to happen, then we are going to drop, you know, all American alcohol from our stores. So I was like, yeah, boy, we are taking a stand, which is yeah, go ahead.
Just like, you know, my argument, sorry to cut you, but
yeah, no problem.
And whenever we were talking about Trump, I'd always tell you about how they boast and brag how he's a businessman. And that's not how you do business, you know. For him, he wants to win, and obviously when there's a winner, there's a loser. And this man wants to win all the time. So how could there be a negotiation if the other party is always dissatisfied?
Facts.
And that's good for America. You see what China did? China said, yeah, okay. So you know what? We're going to buy our soybeans from Russia. How you like that? We could always buy it from America, Canada. They started naming everywhere they could buy it. And you want to put that 10% tariff on them for what?
Facts. Not only did they put 10% on China, they put 25% on Canada and Mexico, and we're supposed to be allies?
We're their number one trader.
We're allies?
Canada.
Are you kidding me?
I don't know what we did. but it's a bad taste, yo.
Facts, 100%. So let me play this real quick because this is, oh, my bad. Okay, here we go. This is going to a little bit explain of the tariffs that we were going to do to America.
Canada will be responding to the U.S. trade action with 25% tariffs against $155 billion worth of American goods.
Mm.
This will include immediate tariffs on $30 billion worth of goods as of Tuesday, followed by further tariffs on $125 billion worth of American products in 21 days' time to allow Canadian companies and supply chains to seek to find alternatives. Like the American tariffs, our response will also be far-reaching and include everyday items such as American beer, wine, and bourbon, fruits and fruit juices, including orange juice, along with vegetables, perfume, clothing, and shoes. It'll include major consumer products like household appliances, furniture, and sports equipment, and materials like lumber and plastics, along with much, much more. And as part of our response, we are considering, with the provinces and territories, several non-tariff measures, including some relating to critical minerals, energy, procurement, and other partnerships. We will stand strong for Canada. We will stand strong to ensure our countries continue to be the best neighbors in the world.
Facts, 100%. And you know what's funny, right? Because it's not in this video, but the tariffs that they were planning on putting on was only for red states. He was like, oh yeah, so we're gonna just put tariffs on all of these red states. Now I don't know how they would have actually did that to do it to just red states, but that was the plan. And I was just like, you know what? This is what I'm talking about. Canada needs to do stuff like this. Say what these, a lot of people don't like Trudeau or whatever, say what you want to, but he stood his ground and I loved it. Let me get these comments real quick. Eli said, Don Commercial said, no more Kentucky bourbon. That is correct. Budweiser, Heineken, shit, Coors beer. Yeah, but we got Canadian beer here. We're good. We're good. We don't really need that stuff.
Beer, sorry to say.
You know what I mean? And Heineken's not really American either. So at least I don't think it is. War, what is it good for? Absolutely. Said, I don't drink. Canada will fall without the U.S. I disagree with that, but okay. General Motors, Cami Automotive Facilities in Ingersoll and Ontario BMW plant in San Luis Potosí, Mexican imports auto parts. Absolutely. Stranger said, hey, what's up, stranger? How you doing? Nikisha said, it's hard to imagine grocery prices being even higher. I don't know how regular working people are going to survive. That's crazy because
I don't think they really care, Nikisha.
Oh no, they care. That Danny sent me a picture today. Eggs are what, $11.49 for a dozen eggs, Roberto.
I don't think they care if we could afford it or not. Because look at the means people are taking. You know, look at the means people are taking, stealing, fucking driving their trucks into banks and trying to take off with money. It's coming chaotic, man. It's gonna get worse. I don't know how long this. What is it? A 30-day suspension he put on this tariff now?
Yeah, so that's what we're gonna get into now. He put a 30 days suspension on the tariffs, right? Let me show this real quick before we get into everything, because a lot of Americans are like going crazy over this and saying Trump won. So here was one of them. It's this clown called End Wokeness. In 2 weeks, Mexico cave, Panama caves, Colombia cave, Venezuela cave, Canada panicking, mass deportation, hostages are home, DEI programs ended, bureaucracy slashed, FBI purge are underway, USAID funding canceled, gender ideology eliminated, Dodge already saved billions, 51 intel agents clearance, border crossings dropped by 93%, reservoirs filled up in California, just to name a few. So that's some of the shit that Americans are saying, like, especially the Trump supporters, right? The Trump supporters are running around like, oh, look, we won, we did this. Let me show you something real quick, okay? I just gotta find it real quick because
Where'd he go? Captain Internet, where'd he go?
Oh, JG, eh? I know, right? Thought it was me for a second. I was like, oh shit, really? So America, so Trump, first off, he paused. What's up, Basil? How you doing? He paused the tariffs on Mexico because Mexico said that they were going to send 10,000 troops to the border. This was brought to me by my homie Cole. He sent this to me, and I was like, wow. So Mexican, Honduras, Guatemala deploy troops to lower migration. All right. Hold on, JG's back. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
The internet's working fine, eh, JG?
I think we're good now. I think we're good. Hey.
Yeah, internet was on point,
I can
eh?
mess up one time. I can mess up one time.
So this says, according to White House Press Secretary Jean Pulaski, Mexico will maintain and develop and deploy of about 10,000 troops, while Guatemala has surged 1,500 police and military personnel to its southern border, and Honduras deployed 7,000 police and military to its border to disperse a large contingent of migrants there. Guatemala will also set up 12 checkpoints along the migration route throughout the country. This was published in April 12, 2021. 2021. What did Trump get from Mexico that people are saying he caved? Them offering to deploy 10,000 troops to the border. So it's the same thing that they did in 2021.
And I heard with Canada, the agreement.
Hold on, Roberta. I'm getting to that. Don't. Yeah, I'm getting to that, Roberta. Don't worry. I'm getting to that. I want to hear the Americans' thoughts real quick.
Okay, I came in a little late, but I did see that article. Look, we know Trump's a liar. We know what Trump is, right? He's a guy that'll tell you the sky's red and try to make you.
I guess we're not on point.
Can you hear me?
Now we can. Yeah.
It's got to be your internet. I see myself talking in the damn thing. So it's got to be you.
Do you hear Roberto?
Can't be both.
You know?
Can you hear me?
But go ahead. We
now
can
I hear you.
Now you hear you. You keep going out and coming back. But you were saying about we know Trump's
liar.
Go ahead.
Manipulator. Yeah. He'll try to tell you the sky's red and make you believe it. But the problem is too many Americans believe it.
Facts.
And that's the issue.
Facts.
One thing I kept saying, no matter who's president, we're screwed either way. It's about which hell can we deal with the most.
Doesn't help that Democrats are so stupid.
Well, of course. Right?
You know?
For me, the thing was, I'm worried about who Trump is going to put in control of all these things. With Kamala, I was worried about who's going to be controlling her. Right? So it was like...
Well, there he goes again. Also,
yeah,
because I started to worry. I said, "Are you gone too? What's going on? Is it me?"
No, I'm still.
Yeah, because it keeps getting quiet on my end. I'm like, "What's going on?"
Maybe we should ask maybe we should ask people in the panel, since JG don't believe it's us telling him that it's things going. Maybe they could tell him and he'll believe it. You know what I mean? Because we're hearing the show the same way we are.
Facts. Let me get to Papa Socks. What up, Papa Socks? How you doing, brother? He said, I am HO. It won't matter what Trump does. Whatever is bad will be blamed on Clinton, Obama, and Biden, and his people will blame him. But at least it will be on his watch. Stop protecting him. 100%. And here's the thing, right? Trump said he was going to do whatever he can to drop the price of food. Your eggs went up. $11 for a dozen eggs is unbelievable.
And that's not even
$18.49.
organic.
Regular eggs, brother. It got to the point. It got to the point where Danny was like, "I'm going to get some chickens."
Facts.
Danny was
You know,
like, "I'm
kinda
buying
makes
chickens,
sense.
bro." I was like, "What do you mean you're
Five or
buying
six
chickens?"
chickens.
Yeah, he was like, "Free eggs, homie." I was like, "Okay, that's funny, right?" So now I'm gonna put this one because I can't really find the Trump one, but Trump posted it, but Trudeau posted it too. He said, "Just had a call with President Trump. Canada is implementing our 1.3 billion border plan, reinforcing the border with new choppers, technology, and personnel, enhanced coordination with our American partners, and increased resources to stop the flow of fentanyl. Nearly 10,000 frontline personnel are and will be working on protecting the border. In addition, Canada will make new commitments and appoint a fentanyl Caesar. We will list cartels as terrorists, ensure 24-hour eyes on the border, launch a Canadian-U.S. joint strike to combat organized crime, fentanyl, and money laundering. I have also signed a new intelligent directive on organized crime and fentanyl that will be backing it with $200 million. Proposed tariffs will be paused for at least 30 days while we work together." So it's like, oh, shit, Trump really did something. This press conference that I am showing you was one day before that conversation. Listen to what Trudeau has to say.
Our border is already safe and secure, but there's always more work to do. Less than 1% of fentanyl, less than 1% of illegal crossings into the United States come from Canada. But hearing concerns from both Canadians and Americans, including the American president himself, we're taking action. We launched a $1.3 billion border plan that is already showing results, because we too are devastated by the scourge that is fentanyl.
That was a day before Trump's call. So we had already had that plan. And I'll just show this to even prove it a little bit further. Let's see here. Because that plan, here, let's watch this video so that you guys can understand exactly why Trump is okie-dokie right now. This is from CNN.
Now we've just gotten this announcement from Trudeau himself, who I should note got out ahead of the White House in this. He said he had a good call with Trump. He said that Canada is going to be implementing a $1.3 billion border plan where they talk about reinforcing the border. I should note that's actually something that Trudeau announced and Canada announced back in December, about mid-December.
Did you hear that? Let me play it again. Let me play that again. For the I want the people in the back to understand. Listen.
December, about mid-December. Canada announced back in December, about mid-December.
So what did Trump really get? Please explain that. If we had already announced that we were going to put $1.3 billion into the border in December, and he took off the tariff because we said we were going to add $1.3 billion to the border, what did he get? What did he get?
I heard that he had already made this agreement with Biden.
Yes. Yes, in December. That's what I'm talking about.
We confirmed it with Trump that it was done. And Trump's like, okay, under my watch, I'm good with it. I did it.
And with him, he's like, he won. People are saying Trump won. I'm like, how the fuck did Trump win? What did he win? He won because we are doing something that we planned to do in December? Is that what we're talking about here? Like,
you didn't see the memes out there, dog?
Yeah,
with the Mexican president saying, "I made the arrangement that I already made with him," and Trudeau's like, "We did too." And
yeah, we did too.
You know?
Yeah,
yeah. That one was hilarious.
Chillmonger said Trudeau outsmarted that fool. 100% chill. That's what I'm saying. But yet he's gonna go on to his platform because Trump got to tweet out on X. Trump got to say, oh, yeah, we won. We got Trudeau to do something that he was already planning on doing. And these Trump supporters are eating it up like crazy. I cannot believe, here it is. I cannot believe that people are really trying to say that, Canada, folded.
Even can got jokes, huh?
Does Roberto care if Canada is a state? Oh, yeah, 100% we care. 100%.
If you could find Neverwary on the calendar, that's when it's going to happen. Sometime in Neverwary.
Facts. We move into Africa if they make us a state. That's what I'm talking about. Roberto said no, but I am. She interviewed a Republican, asked him why are they acting like this is new when it happened 6 weeks ago. But again, this is what Trump does. He takes credit for other people's ish. Absolutely, 100%. Trump claims fentanyl is killing America, so he tariffed Canada and Mexico for allowing it to come into America, but give full presidential pardons to Ross Ulbricht. Trust me, Chill, it makes no sense, right? Trump is controlling our airwaves. Absolutely 100%. I'm going to show you guys. We're going to read some of these comments real quick, just to let you guys know what's going on. He got what he wanted. That's not caving. It's called winning something you or your party are going to have to get accustomed to not doing. Maybe it was agreed to under Biden, but it was implemented under Trump because of the new art of the deal. And unlike Biden, he doesn't have the brain power of a potted plant. So, again, it was implemented in December. This is not like Trump had anything to do with this. You know what I mean? Trump did what now? I don't think y'all are following what's going on very well. Facts. Canada caves, mate. The funny thing is that, yes, they agreed to do the thing they already were supposed to be doing, but weren't. The pause, just like with Mexico, is giving them time to show that they are actually following through, or maybe to spin the report more accurately. People just want to gaslight for Trump. It's like, oh, Trump did this and Trump did that, and it's because of Trump why we're winning. And I'm just like, no, that's not the case. Mexico, if Mexico did that in 2021, right? Let's not think that they didn't actually send those people to the border, right? Because they did. What Trump is doing is he's trying to make it seem like he's winning. And he did that by making sure that Mexico and Canada, right, agreed to something they already agreed to. I don't get the gaslighting, bro.
That's not a narcissist. I don't know. That's not a narcissistical move. I don't know what is.
Facts.
Just tell me I'm great, even though I didn't do it. Just tell me I am great.
Yes, that's all it is. That's all he wants. He just wants to be known as the man who did this and the man who did that, right? Because his next press conference, yeah, guys, we secured the border. We got Canada to do what we wanted them to do. We got Mexico. And for me, I don't even know why and I guess I know why he did it, because he's trying to, listen, the tariffs aren't going to help nobody. They're not helping Canadians. They're not helping Americans, right? Because even though Trump's like, we're going to put tariffs, what happens is companies have to pay those tariff taxes. And then when they get the product, they raise the price. So prices get raised. It has nothing to do with making money for the government. It's going to be harder for regular people to buy certain things if they do this, right? So it's like they had the conversations. Trudeau's like, yeah, we're already put one. So Trump's like, okay, well, just post on X that you guys are doing this. It's going to make me look like a king, and I'm going to be this and that, and we'll put tariffs on hold for 30 days. And what do you think is going to happen in 30 days? Roberto, what do you think is going to happen in 30 days?
He's going to take credit for deciding to want to do it.
They're going to say,
let's move forward with your decision.
Yeah, they're going to say that, you see, Canada put the troops, Mexico did this, so we're not going to erase the tariffs, we're not going to do any tariffs, and everybody's going to think Trump won. I can't do it anymore, bro. It's like, it drives me up a wall the way people
Fox News wrote that script.
Facts, 100%.
That's so shit. You know, you have to laugh at it. And there's actually people who defend it.
Absolutely. 100%. That's the thing. All these bootlickers running around defending it, that's the problem. Papa Sock said, but bigger, the actions you are describing are the same actions from his first term. He said on January 20-something that he was responsible for the great January economic numbers. Absolutely. But that's what he does, right? He gaslights, and the Trump fans cheering him on. Yay, Trump, Trump, Trump. He's not doing anything. You see, Trump is an actor. Trump has always been an actor and a con man, and he is conning America like I've never seen in my life. You know, at least other politicians that are conning America and even Canada here, the politicians, because we all know politicians are pretty much all the same. They hide it. Trump is not hiding it. Trump is letting it all out there. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's not hiding any of it. JG, your thoughts?
Do you see what he's calling out now? Sorry to cut in there quickly.
Yeah, go ahead.
Are you good?
He's thinking of dropping tariffs on the EU.
Yeah, I know. I seen that too.
This guy's fucking mad.
I seen that too. JG, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I kind of what's my internet? Screw you guys.
We know.
First, can you guys hear me pretty good now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, cool. Okay. First, before I get into that, because I'm on the tail end of it. Have you guys ever been at a job, right, where you're performing a task, your manager comes up to you and says, hey, I need you to do this, but you're already doing it?
Yes.
And he takes the credit for telling you that he told you to do it, but you're already doing it?
Absolutely.
That's what Trump is, right? He's because he went on a platform saying, I'm going to raise tariffs on this person, that person, blah, blah, blah. And effectively, he's doing what he said he was going to do. But
technically, yeah, he is.
Yeah, technically he is, but problem is, Americans, this is be real. We don't watch Canadian news. We don't watch Mexican news. We don't watch news of Venezuela. We only watch what we're presenting here, which is usually, I hate to say it, Fox News, MSNBC, CNN, right? So whatever they say, that's what America's going to go by, right? So this thing with Trudeau, what he's saying, he's right. Like, hey, we've been talking about this. We've been doing this. And besides the NAFTA agreement, these tariffs are going to hurt you more than it's going to hurt us. So what I truly believe what Trump is doing is stupid. Kind of like we did with Kim Jong-un, right? Where he's saying, oh, he's this person, he's that person. Then he comes back, oh, he's a nice guy, blah, 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 blah. He's doing it for showmanship. He's doing it for the media. He's doing it to raise everybody up saying, yeah, Trump. The man is going to take America down a sinkhole. He's going to do it fast. Groceries are sky high. I'm like, Daddy, I'm going to go buy some chickens or something and put them in the back and just let the roosters fuck the chicken and get some eggs myself. Because it's ridiculous. Go buy some ducks. Let them lay some eggs. It is ridiculous. Go buy a freaking cow. Let it graze in the backyard. A lamb or something. Because it is ridiculous. Roast some vegetables. It is ridiculous. And a big thing is Mexico depends on us, so it's easy to back them to the corner. Venezuela, they don't have a whole lot of infrastructure. It's easy to back them to a corner.
Sure.
Canada's a whole new can of worms. China, you better not touch China because we depend on all this shit. Right? So
facts.
I don't know what Trump is doing, but I'm scared, man. I'm scared. Because like I said, my job deals with tariffs. And so I'm seeing what's going my job is it's no telling what's gonna happen with my job.
It's just ridiculous to me. You know what I mean? Roberto, what are your thoughts?
pretty much out there. Like, we know the guy is a narcissist. He
Keep
said
talking about that.
he said he was going to do things. He did them. But the stuff he says, like JG said, he claims he's not like all politicians. Well, he actually is, because politicians tell you what you want to hear prior to getting elected. Then once they're elected, they don't do what they said they were going to do. So I guess he does have some political blood in him. Maybe it was his first term that he was able to realize that and now put it into play, just like all the people he claims not to be. What do you think, JG?
Of course. But like I said, I told you guys way back, Americans are dumb. As a whole, we are dumb. We will take whatever we're told. We will take it at face value. We will not research. We will not read. That's what we do. That's exactly what we do. That's what's going on now. And it's I don't know, man. It's going to be scary. Especially
when
Elon Musk in charge of a lot of shit, man. It's ridiculous.
Facts. When I seen that Canada wasn't backing down, this is how I felt.
Hey, I'm not a lumberjack or a fur trader, and I don't live in an igloo or eat blubber or own a dog sled, and I don't know Jimmy, Sally, or Susie from Canada, although I'm certain they're really, really nice. I have a prime minister, not a president. I speak English and French, not American, and I pronounce it about, not a boot. I can proudly sew my country's flag on my backpack. I believe in peacekeeping, not policing. Diversity, not assimilation. And that the beaver is a truly proud and noble animal. A toque is a hat. A Chesterfield is a coach. And it is pronounced Z, not Z. Canada is the second largest landmass, the first nation in hockey, and the best part of North America. My name is Joe, and I am Canadian. Thank you.
Facts. You know what I mean? Facts. I was like, damn right.
I heard them too. The fucking igloo and the Mounties. You guys, all your police are on horseback and shit like that.
And we eat moose and shit. You know what I'm saying?
The igloo one is the best.
Eli said, if I had a nickel for every time Trump told the truth, I'd have 2 nickels. It's not a lot, but it's still 2 nickels.
2 nickels. That's 2 nickels too much right there, bro.
For real. Papa Sock said, Biggest correct. Trump has a sidecar, so he's an actor and people like what they like. But unfortunately, he has the U.S. purge strings, which makes Danger Will Robinson danger. Facts. 100%. Nikisha,
you know what else he's doing? I've noticed. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead. I'll get to the comment.
I'll just say something else I've noticed. If you notice, every time Trump does something like that, what else they do on the media, on these news outlets? The Democrats spent money on this. The Democrats spent money on this.
Yeah.
Spent money on this. Mm-hmm. He's playing that. No, he's an illusionist, right? He's trying to keep us watching one hand while he does something for the other.
Facts. And guys, you are paying $11, and I don't know if everywhere in the States is, but you're paying $11.40, was it 29 cents for a dozen eggs? That is absolutely crazy. Eggs, we're talking.
Bro, I'll walk past the dairy. I don't even look at it. Let's go past it.
You know what those eggs would cost us, Anzo, right now?
For a dozen eggs?
If we bought those same American eggs, you know how much it would cost us Canadian?
Oh, yeah. We'd be paying $20. Yeah. But thank God we have our own dairy farms over here, and our eggs are still only $4.29 a pound. So,
I pay less for organic eggs than they're paying for regular eggs.
Fact.
So what's happening? What's happening with you guys with the gas? Is your gas still the same, or your pump's gone up too?
Well, next to where I am is $2.69 a gallon.
Because I know you guys save much more than us on petrol.
100%.
Well, it depends on time of year and stuff like that, where you are.
Nikisha said, I think the elite are trying to redistribute as much wealth as possible before society breaks down and we're living in silos. Hey, you know what? You are 100% correct, because with what they're doing with Elon Musk, it seems to me like a lot of Americans are scared that, he's in charge of the social security and all kind. Eli will tell you he had an issue. He couldn't get into his account the other day, and he wasn't the only one. So it's absolutely crazy. Eli said Donald Trump has quit America's Green Actor Guild after it launched a disciplinary hearing into him, citing the U.S. Capitol attack. Okay. There are stickers now for Canadian products at the store, 100%. And I'll do my part. You know what I mean? I know there are some things that I'll still buy, but if they're cheaper, I'll buy Canadian. I ain't worried about that. He's elected NES a politician. Sorry, 100%. They played the beer commercial in history class. You remember that, HL? Yeah, and that's an old commercial because we were young. Like, I think I was in my maybe 16, something like that, when those commercials came out. I Am Canadian commercials. So those are old commercials. Oh no, say it ain't so. Elihu, but don't forget to mention he still collects a 6-figure pension. Absolutely. Eli said, I live in San Francisco and is currently on the lookout for a guy named Adrian Bell, since I live in the area of a sanctuary district. Said, anybody remember South Park blames Canada? Yeah, but that's South Park. You know what I mean? It was funny, but will Trump go the Star Trek way and make sanctuary cities into sanctuary districts? Worse in California. What, the egg price are worse in California? That's crazy. Nikisha said eggs are $3 a dozen in my city, even cheaper at the farmer's market. Well, that's good that your price for the eggs didn't go up. But I know Danny sent me that picture today, and I was like, wow, I guess I ain't buying eggs no more. You know what I mean? I already can't freaking buy steaks anymore because I'm not spending $20 for one damn steak. I would not spend eggs. Eggs would just go out the window. No more eggs. I'd be like Danny. Maybe I'd be buying chickens. You know what I mean? I got an extra room here, so I turned the extra room into a chicken coop. I wish my gas was that cheap. Trump wants to tariff Canada. Keystone comes to America. 70% of crude oil is imported. You see, that's the thing. Thank you for bringing that up, Eli, because when Canada said they're going to add their tariffs, everybody was like, oh, no, Canada's not going to win. But America gets more imports from Canada than we get from America, right? So what would have happened is you guys would have been paying 25% on a lot of the things that we won't have to. So
let's just talk hydro.
Yeah, 100%.
If we put back our hydro, California is fucked.
Facts.
But like I said, besides the NAFTA agreement, Canada is not going to suffer from it. We are going to be the ones to suffer from it.
No, we're going to suffer, but we're both going to suffer.
Yeah,
in different ways.
We're both going to suffer, but it's going to be hard on us because we depend on so many other places to get our goods, to get our services.
Man, did you hear him say shoes?
Mm-hmm.
Man, they gonna send no more sneakers over?
Well, that's what I was like. I was like, damn, my Jordan collection is gonna
stop for a
while because I ain't spending $600 for a pair of Jordans. You know what I mean? That's not happening. So I was like, you know what? And I ain't buying no Canadian shoes or no Canadian clothes. So whatever I have in my closet is gonna be what I'm gonna be rocking until the tariffs are done. Or maybe I'll just do a shitload of shopping before the 30 days because we don't know if the tariffs are going to come back or whatever. So, yeah, absolutely. It was so surreal seeing clips of the rich celebrities at the Grammys, DC, raising money for the fire relief when they probably spent millions of dollars having the Grammys to start with. Again, 100%. It's funny when you have all these. Elon Musk posted something the other day about, what did he say? I think we did on the show, maybe or not. I don't remember, but it was like 160,000 point something is what each American has to tribute to get rid of the deficit. And it's like, motherfucker, you're a billionaire, right? You can take away some of that easy, you know, and then you get all the rich American people together. You could kill that deficit so easy. But no, you want to talk about we as Canadians and regular working people, we're the ones that are supposed to put our heart into money into that when you could have done it easily. Fuck out of here with that. Sorry, blame autocorrect for the spelling. Oh, don't worry about that. I know autocorrect sucks. Trust me. So preach. I wonder why China only got 10%. Is it because he didn't want to harm the printers of his hats and Bibles? Well, that's the question that you have to ask, Eli, right? Why China only got 10%, but Canada, who's supposed to be an ally, did it? And I think that's the reason why Trudeau and Canadians are like, really like, what are you talking about? Like, when you guys had the fires, right? We were sending those water planes over there. We were doing all of that stuff. We were helping out. Trudeau said in the interview, like, whenever you guys had an issue, we were there. We stood by America. You know,
we are bringing 1% of the fentanyl intake
facts
to the U.S.
Facts.
Why the fuck are we seeing 25% for 1%? Do you think it could totally be eliminated?
Facts. And that's the thing, Roberto. It's like fentanyl is not even a big thing here, at least not from what I know of.
Maybe in BC and shit.
Right, exactly. But from what I know, it's not really a big thing.
I don't know. The way he makes it sounds like the same thing he was doing with that Haitians eating dogs.
The cats.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Like the same shit he's doing. Fear mongering, you know?
Beeman could ask Nzo, if you could live in the U.S. rent-free, would you? Absolutely not. I just not. Crazy. You know what I mean? Just not. No, I'm not doing it. We got, say what you want to about our healthcare system, but I ain't worried about getting sick and going to the hospital and coming out with a $10,000 bill. I'm not worried about that over here.
I'm gonna say this. If I had a chance to live in Canada with all that snow and ice shit you guys got up there, rent free, I'm moving. I don't care. I'm going up there.
You say that until you get to one of our winters, and you be like, "Fuck that!
All right,
I'm paying rent. I'm
going back." Thick jacket, JG, get yourself a nice thick down jacket and a 4x4 and a 4x4, and you're okay, man.
I'm telling you, man. I'll deal with the icicle snow and the icicle eyelash. I'll deal with it, man. Rent free. Damn right.
You get that fireplace in the igloo going, and you're good, brother. You know?
I'm telling you, man. I'm doing it.
The stranger said, "I just wish that America could have a normal president again, because between Sleepy Joe and Dump Trump, it just sucks. My country is an embarrassment." You know what? To be honest with you, I get it, right? It's between a rock and a hard place. You know, I think we go through the same thing with our politics over here too. They running Trudeau out, right? They ran him out, right? So there's going to be an election coming up soon for a new prime minister because they ran Trudeau out of there. So Trump doesn't hate the cartels. Yeah, go ahead.
Obviously, you say that with any political election, man. It's always choosing the least lesser of two evils, right? He's always choosing between which circle of hell can you deal with the most.
Absolutely.
Right? And it's bad when both sides are horrible. It's like, well.
Absolutely.
So look, man, when Trump was president last time, I didn't step in the States once the whole 4 years.
So you're saying you ain't doing it this time either?
Definitely not now. Definitely. I don't know if he could all of a sudden say, you know, Canada's sending spies to the U.S. and he starts throwing us all in jail. You don't know what this guy is. You don't know how spontaneous this guy is, yo.
That sounds like something you do too, man.
DQ said Trump doesn't hate cartels. He's probably making money off of them. 100%. Papa Sock said the beer, the virus, the sequel, coming to a city near you, starring President Musk and Vice President Kennedy. Facts. If I can live anywhere rent-free, I'm doing it. We need indoor cities. I would deal with that, chill. I could deal with some indoor cities, 100%.
Not
Said
me.
Ansel doesn't know cold until he experiences minus 20. Wait, what? Bro, we minus 40 like
That's
over
what it
here.
is.
Like we ain't even you have no idea. We've experienced cold,
minus
brother.
40 wind chill.
Facts. To the point where the fucking snot in your nose be freezing up and shit.
Yeah, you're breathing.
You know what I'm saying?
Your nostril gets stuck
You're
down.
sticking together and shit. Like, what are you talking about, Eli? We know about this. 100%. Chill, I'm glad you're here. I know I sent it to you, but I gotta play this for my homies over here. We got another little joke. Hey, where is it? Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Okay, so it's not there. Hold on a second, guys, while I find this video that I have. But go ahead, Roberto. Keep talking.
Well, what happened?
No, I'm just looking for a video, so
just go ahead and talk, yo.
yeah, it would be nice if you did that. You know what I'm saying? All right, hold on. I got the video up here.
I just want to know because I didn't know about the pause until I think a day later. So I just want to know, like, did he pause it with the intention of possibly stopping it
or starting it back again,
putting it back? I don't understand. Like, what was the purpose of stopping it?
Well, I think they're gonna, and that's why I said it's all an act, right? So he pauses it for 30 days to see if Canada and Mexico are really doing what they say they're going to do. And if we already started doing what we're doing, then they're going to say, hey, guess what? Canada and Mexico are actually doing it, but we were already doing it. So, hey, we won. Like, I think Trump is just looking at it as a way to win. Check this out.
Yo, listen here, Marty boy. You're lucky I don't turn you into a vegetable right now. You're boomy. You're pyro. Yo, don't be that.
So what? Do it for Mary.
Don't get dusty.
Shut up.
Stop talking. Just another day in the hood.
Nice.
You're baby boom. You hold that. You're a Gerber.
I'll never be able to play hockey.
I'm showing you that. You're a good youth, fam. I told your Dukes that when I was pining her. You see what I'm talking about?
What are you saying, dude? I'm your blood clot father.
Yo.
That me I say.
Nah.
Real thing, my youth. That's not true. Man, them battery your mom. It was a battery? Yeah, fam, super idiot thing. I never used that Jimmy. Soft thing, forward over to the west end. No! The jeans strip will change your life. I'll have you making wops every day. You ever seen 10 bands?
Yo, my youth.
Man went out like a twerp. You called boy that my arm slipped.
Wow.
I tell you,
Toronto impression.
I tell you, hey, one time I was talking to Chill, and I was like, Chill, can you do that? And Chill was doing it. I was dying, bro. I was dying. I was like, yeah. Said, ask JD what
talk over there,
I know. He said, ask JD what Pioneer Docs means.
You know what the hell? I don't know what the hell that means. I'm gonna start saying it, but I don't know what it means.
What does that mean?
I have no idea what it means.
Probably like cool yourself kind of way. You know what I mean? Calm down.
Find your docs.
Yeah.
Find your docs.
Oh, shit.
Find your docs.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. JG, Canada needs to send white males as spies. They will blend in. He's only going after females and brown-skinned people. Good point.
That's facts, Eli.
Where it goes below here. Yeah, you're lucky. Pine. Yeah. Pine is F fucking, and Docs is your mother. Okay, so it's fucking your mother. Okay.
I'm sorry. Saying it.
See, I didn't even know that one. Breaking: over 4,000 career federal bureaucrats have accepted Trump's resignation offer and more. Yeah, because Trump was like, federal employees, you can't work from home anymore. Y'all need to go back to the office and work. And they probably said, you know what? Fuck that. That's so sweet. I'm going to try my best to catch up this week. I can come hang out with y'all this weekend. Are you talking some soap opera stuff? Yeah, stranger. I completely have no issues with that because at the same time, I think Trump is like he's a power hungry dude, bro. You know what I mean? You can see it, and he just wants people to think that, like Roberto said, a narcissist. I'm the best, and I'm the one that did this, and this is what I'm doing, and I'm changing America. Let's make America great again. Can you guys please tell me when America was ever great? JG, since you're the
Post
only American
Reconstruction
on the
probably.
panel,
Post Reconstruction probably.
like when before or after Black people were
After the
slaves?
Civil War.
After the Civil War? Oh, so the
I would say
Jim
that's
Crow
probably
era?
next because we had our own business, we had our own shit, even though we deal with all the other shit, we had our own shit.
The Jim
And
Crow era? The redlining era when it
that's
comes
the only way I could think of. That's what they said.
to
That's what they mean by
Roberto,
make America great again.
Roberto, when was America ever great?
I don't know. That's the big question. I remember in the 70s and 80s, I used to pretend or wish I was American. You guys were something to be, mimicked or portrayed, but now I make sure when I travel, everyone knows I'm Canadian. I can't do shit.
Facts.
We're
Spoiler
peaceful,
alert.
eh? We're peaceful, eh?
Mike said it wasn't. That's the kind of answer I was looking for JG. But of course, JG had the cap for America. You know what I mean?
No, I didn't. I said that's what they mean by when they want to say make
I
that's
got
what
you.
they
Okay. Good job. Good cover up, JG. I like that.
Okay, that's why I said
Trump,
afterwards. You didn't want to listen. New York wannabe.
Trump is after. Hey.
Whoa.
We're really doing this on the show? We're really doing this, JG? You're really making me do this?
Elephant in the room. You're talking trash about America, but you got a New York hat on, bro. New York,
Because
man.
the color matches my sweater. That's all. Had nothing to do with that. Yes, Trump is absolutely narcissist, which is why him and Elon Musk get along so well. Facts, 100%, the stranger. America was founded on racism, 100%. And now they're trying. It's funny because they talked about that plane crash, right? The plane crashing into the helicopter. And what did they say? Oh, it's probably because of DEI. Come to find out, both fucking pilots were white. So was it really DEI? Like, really?
And we all know DI, just like affirmative action, white women gain more from than anybody else. We all know that, right? Let's not forget that Trump fired the head of all that TS, whatever, all that shit. He fired all them. That's when we start getting these plane crashes all of a sudden. I don't think we had any last 4 years that I remember.
100%. Said IMO 2029 until 2016, America was good.
What is this DEI?
Diversity, equity, inclusion, which they say, right? That's the original, acronym for it. That's the acronym for it. But what they say it is didn't earn it. So whenever a black guy gets, or a woman or someone gets a position, they call it a DEI, meaning it's because of diversity, equity, inclusion. But they're also saying that the person that got that didn't deserve it.
But what I'm taking from this is that most of the time these people come qualified and don't get the job.
Exactly.
So now that the program is here, those people have a chance to perform.
Yes.
Isn't that the true purpose of this program? But they want to fucking twist it to make it look like they're just hiring, random black guys and Latinos, letter people off the street and say, "Hey, you want a job?"
That's exactly what it is.
He's basically saying that they were in air traffic control.
Yes.
But basically, there's a shortage over there because of a bunch of firings. Wasn't that the case?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what I just said. He fired a lot of heads. If people who are good at their job, he fired them.
So stupid people believe what I'm saying. You smart ones, there's not enough of you, so it doesn't matter. Basically, that's what's happening.
100%.
Like I said, Americans, we're dumb. We don't read. We don't research. We take things, whatever they tell us. That's what we go by.
Absolutely. Said America was only great for the people who owned other people. They were able to build generational wealth with stolen labor, and then don't want to give anybody oh my gosh, reparations, right? So they made their money off of Black people and brown people and slaves and everything, and they don't want to compensate their families. So America was great up until 1620. Until those white people showed up, America went downhill. MAGA no longer stands for Make America Great Again. Now it stands for Make Arabs Go Away. Facts. Exactly. White women is the only diversity that really benefits. Agreed. Trump is a DEI hire. Absolutely. Head of FAA tried to find Musk for Starlink. Musk fired him. Yeah.
This guy wants to build the Trump Tower into Gaza.
Oh yeah, you seen that shit now? So you
Dude, that is crazy.
So you heard what Trump said, right? That all the Palestinians need to leave Gaza?
Yeah, and he's willing to use military force. He uses that very freely, huh?
That is crazy, bro. So you
and
already
him and Yahoo are basically dancing and kissing up in the White House, saying, we're gonna be rich.
Bro, you already taking land from these Palestinians. Now you want to say that they don't even belong in Gaza? What?
Well, some of you could live there.
And the rest of you gotta go. Unbelievable.
Like I said,
This is the
word,
lose-lose
situation, man. Lose-lose situation.
Coming out of the president's mouth.
Facts.
Not a spokesperson, the president.
Facts. 100%. 100%. He's been lying since day one. You know what I mean? He's been running around. He's been saying, Haitians are eating cats and dogs. Where did all that story go to? Right? So all of a sudden we just stopped eating cats and dogs, right? Is that it? It's like, oh my gosh. Listen, I get it. I 100% get that the immigration is a problem. It is. Immigration, illegal immigrants, it's a problem. But I think Trump is making it out to be a lot more than it is. And they're blaming everything that happens on that, right? So the prices of food has gone up because of immigration. People are dying and not getting jobs because of DEI. It's like and everything changed with COVID. That's when the world changed. Let's be real about it, right? That's exactly the moment the world changed. That is the moment the prices went sky high.
Thing said on this show since we went on the air.
What was that, Roberto? Say that again.
But that's the most factual thing that has been said on the show since we come on the air. COVID was a fucking wrench in life.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. And we're still suffering from it today. And I think, it was like, oh, well, maybe things will go back to normal after it happened. But no, these companies started making way too much money.
It's gotten worse.
So you think they're going to be like, oh, well, maybe we can go back to the way it was? No. Amazon, I think their profit margin tripled and doubled.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
They laid off 4,000 people here.
Yeah, 100%. They closed down their offices and everything. You know what I mean?
Had that massive warehouse they built, never even used it.
Absolutely. Chillmonger said the Mavericks owner gave Trump $100 million for this. The rich, Elon Musk, Zuckerberg, all of these rich guys are now putting their money in because they know that's who Trump is working for. That's who Trump is trying to benefit. The rich and the powerful, not the poor people. I think, Roberto, we talked about it the other day where it was like, sooner or later, there's just going to be rich and poor. There's not going to be a middle class.
It's already there, Nzo. I really think it's already there. There is no more middle class.
I think it's still there, but not like it's dying, right? Middle class is dying, and you're right. It's just maybe a matter of years before it's just rich and poor. There's no middle class.
We want to believe middle class. Middle class was more or less living almost debt free.
Uh-huh.
You know, you didn't have a big house, you didn't have a big car, but you had clothes, you had food, you had a good house, apartment.
Mm-hmm.
And the price of apartments now, I don't know how people could afford it if they're not making minimum 25 an hour or working 3 or 4 jobs.
Yeah. It's hard to survive if you're a single person living alone.
Very
Absolutely.
very
Yeah.
hard. You got to
Yeah,
make some really tough decisions, man.
Yeah, for sure. Jordan and Ally of the U.S. said displacement and ethnic cleansing and refuses to take any Palestinians. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, yeah, whatever that says, Eli. JD Vance already admitted he made up the story about people eating cats and dogs. Yes.
Yeah, we
And
know
people
that.
just overlooked that like it was nothing. You know what I mean? He literally said, if I have to make up a narrative, I will. Yeah, he said that.
Yep.
Stranger said, absolutely agreed. COVID changed everything. COVID destroyed life. Lives will never go back to normal. Absolutely never. Nikisha said, the corporations are so greedy. They just want more money, more money. They are squeezing us to death. Absolutely 100%. The Human Torch looks like Mark Zuckerberg. That's funny. By the time he did the one, nobody cared. All the memes had already happened, and Trumpito and his clown car had moved on to the next thing. That is correct. There's the rich, the poor, and the less poor, and the ones who don't realize they are poor. Facts. 100%.
There's another thing out there, Nzo, along the lines of Elon Musk said something to Trump because with the whole tariff thing, Canada was going to ban all Teslas.
Mm-hmm.
And he was in line to lose major money.
Absolutely.
So he threw a little whisper in his girlfriend's ear, you know?
Mm-hmm. Hold on. I think
what is Elon Musk in charge of? I heard he has they put him in a position.
It's called Dodge, DOGE, something like that.
Yeah, DOGE.
Yeah, so yeah. Not 100% sure what that is. I know we talked about it the other day and they kind of explained it, but it pretty much went one ear and out the other, to be honest with you. So hold on, let me see this here. Share this from
the
Buzz,
Department
please.
of Government Efficiency.
Yeah. People can't believe the prices of eggs in Canada compared to the US. Eggs out of stock today. Limit one case of eggs per customer. $12.99. That's in the States. In the States. In some places in the US, it's over $13 a dozen eggs.
Holy shit.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, wait, shit, I wasn't sharing that. My bad. Here we go. Look at that. Thank you, Trump. $13 carton of eggs. What a deal. Make America great again. Canadians are sharing the price of their eggs, and they're dramatically cheaper. Dozen eggs for $3.93. As a person on Reddit explained, that's about $2.75 US a dozen. See, hey, real Donald Trump, prices of eggs in Canada, $3.77.
Wow.
A person from Montreal shared some eggs that are $2.62 a dozen. $3.93.
Looks like the guy's going to be making some drives over the border, huh?
Facts, 100%. Because it would make sense for you to do that because you're saving money anyways, right? Especially with your exchange rate.
Who cares the tariff?
100%. So, hold on. Let me see.
If I was American, I'd be crossing that border big time.
Me too.
The dollar is so much more than ours right now, and it's evident. That being said, our prices are much better than yours.
Yep.
I don't know how much eggs you could bring back, but I mean, think of other stuff that I'm sure are marked up in grocery stores. I don't know why just eggs. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like, why is it just the eggs?
All dairy products are high. All of them.
I'm sure milk is up too.
Oh yeah, man.
If any Americans out there, if you could tell us, like, is it just the egg prices, or is it actually like, milk and like all dairy products? So Daddy
Oh
sent
yeah,
this to
milk is
me.
always up.
Said 18 large eggs, $11.29. This one,
Holy
2.5 dozen eggs, $18.49. That's crazy.
Well, you're getting 2.5 dozens.
Yeah, for
Yeah, that's
$18.49.
still a lot of money. That's still a lot of
Two and
money.
a half dozens here. Eggs is $9.99. So half the price you guys are paying. That is crazy.
Yeah, I'm looking on. Let's see.
RFK is ahead of Health Now, the guy who kills cats. As his buyer on Twitter says, Elon Musk is White House tech support. Yeah. Oh, Department of Government Efficiency. I got it. I wish I could find a group of like-minded people, like a cult, but a cool cult could move to an island and or build our own society on respecting nature and life. Facts, 100%. The problem with that
Any
is
Wi-Fi
that
there?
what's that?
Any Wi-Fi there?
Hopefully, if there's Wi-Fi there, I'm down. I'm
Wi-Fi and
down.
a little greenery. I'm down for
down.
that.
Facts. Eli said the price of eggs is due to bird flu. One bird discovered, all birds and eggs destroyed. Trump limited CDC venue on testing and informing public. A gallon of milk here is the same as eggs, $4. Okay, so milk is about $2.50 here a gallon. Okay, so the price of milk hasn't really gone up yet. So I guess, like you said, it was because of the bird flu with the eggs. But let's see in a month if the price of eggs go back down to normal, right? Let's see. Yeah, Danny said eggs only so far.
Yeah, where I am, where I shop, eggs are $3.99 a dozen.
Okay. She said no internet, we will have electricity. So though. Yeah, but I don't know about the no internet stuff though. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's gonna be hard.
Yeah,
That's gonna be hard.
Dozen eggs, $3.99. They got 18 eggs, $7.29.
Okay, so it's only in certain states then, I'm guessing, where the
Yeah,
price of
certain
eggs went up,
states.
right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Certain states.
Well, be glad you ain't in one of them states, because I tell you this, I ain't eating eggs at that price. I'm not doing it. I am not eating eggs at that price. I'm not even a big egg person anyways. So it's no big deal for me to just cut out eggs completely. I could do that easy. You know what I mean? Real easy. Did you know that the internet turned 42 years old last month? Really? Oh, I didn't know that. Interesting.
Really?
I mean, I don't remember the internet coming out when I was 8, though. But I'm guessing,
Well, I think it was all military use at one time.
military.
Yeah, then it went to the public.
We will have books. Internet is bad, so society. I agree. But ain't nobody want to sit around reading fucking books all day. You know what I mean? Like, we're spoiled now. I'm spoiled now. So I can say, without the internet, I can't play my Xbox because everything is connected online. No, we got a problem. We got a problem. We definitely got a problem. Eli said I was 8. Said, I turned 43 last month. Wow. Okay, Dewan. 43, getting up there. Oh, wow. I'm the same age as the internet. Crazy, eh? I don't think it's possible.
Canadian. Crazy, eh?
So Roberta will not be back on the show for the rest of the day. I'm sorry that I had to do this to my Canadian brother, but damn, calling me out like that, brother, really?
Oh, man.
I'm surprised, Nzo, Mr. Captain Telemarketer, who we at all costs avoid saying A in our conversations to the point where people thought we were American.
Uh-huh.
I rarely ever. When I do say it, I can't believe I said it.
Said what?
Oh, that's where you got
Sorry.
that Newark hat on. No doubt.
Yeah, I know.
Looks like
I know.
Americans when you say good morning and they go, mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, whoa, wait a minute.
Have a good evening.
Wait a minute.
Uh-huh.
Wait a minute.
What the fuck is that?
Wait a minute. What Americans you been talking to?
All kinds.
We got one right here, brother. What are you talking about? We got
What have I ever said? What have I ever said? That's not even something I should say.
I never called you.
So I'll read to you and I'll host story time. Okay, I can deal with that. You know what I mean? But to be honest with you, after like a year, I'm gonna be tired of story time. You know, somebody stole over 100,000 eggs yesterday from somewhere in the Midwest. I don't blame them, Danny. I'll be stealing eggs too. And you know what?
Yep.
Big money.
I'd be standing on the corner and be like, psst. Hey, brother, got them dozen,
I got these
get them
eggs.
dozen eggs for me.
$6 a dozen.
You know what I mean? What they charging in the
man.
store? $12.99. I'm gonna give it to you for $6. All right, you got them eggs. You know, like the eggs are gonna be the new fucking crack and weed on the streets right now.
You gotta buy minimum 3 dozen. I need to get rid of these eggs quick, yo.
You can have Americans tweaking on the corner. I need my eggs.
Yep.
Can I get my eggs, please? Can I get some eggs, please? It just be calling me, man. It just be calling me.
Oh man.
I think it was Vincent Price, Danny. He almost made an escape. Wow. I say it, but it's not overboard. I try to keep it out, chill. You know what I mean? Nobody would have noticed it if Roberto didn't say shit. You know what I mean?
I always noticed it. I'm
I'm
so used to what I would say.
I my wife all the time with that A. Yo, babe, you know you make it sound so fucking Canadian. A? That was good, A. Just to sound so corny, you know?
Danny said breakfast ain't breakfast without eggs. Man, I'll eat some cereal if I got to. You know what I mean?
I swear.
And we are
over easy eggs, and I'm happy, yo.
Yeah, I like them too. But again, I'm not a big egg person, and we already know, especially you hood, you know, ends from America. You know, you used to eat your cereal with warm water and shit. So you guys are good.
What?
Who the hell did that? Who the hell did?
You guys eat cereal with water?
I never heard of it.
What?
That's some
Where you get that
sitcom
from,
shit.
Uncle?
He got that from sitcom
Where you get that
somewhere. I
from?
don't know what the hell that is.
No, it's a thing. Ghostface says it.
You've been watching Friday too much. You've been watching Friday too much. You watch Friday once
one of his songs. One of his songs is like, yeah, we used to sit on and eat eggs with water. You know what I mean? Cereal with water. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. Omelets are king when it comes to breakfast, at least to me. I've never been a huge fan of omelets, so you know. They're gonna sell them eggs on eBay. Facts, Mike. Facts. I mean, you know, you be getting the dozen eggs for like they're gonna charge more if that's the case, but it is what it is. Jane said, I don't eat breakfast. I have coffee and then I have lunch and then dinner. Ugh, I hate coffee. I can't stand coffee. Nikisha said, lies. Said, me neither. I never heard of that. Wait, didn't they do that in the movie Crooklyn? Didn't they do that in the movie Crooklyn? Aren't they eating cereal with water? Trust me, I know it's there, guys. I know it's there. I'll find it for next week. Next week, I'm gonna have the proof for you guys. All right, Americans, you're
gonna prove it by some damn movie. Come on, Nzo.
You see, look, I heard of that. People eating cereal with water. Absolutely, yes. Some bakers are substituting oil, baking powder, water as levying and lieu of eggs to keep prices down. I got you. Danny, you ever hear of it? Come on, Danny. I know you heard of cereal and warm water. I know you.
Sound like some oatmeal.
Well, yeah,
like jailhouse. Something you do in jail. You know, you make some oatmeal.
Oatmeal's made with water. You know what I mean? So that's not a big. I don't like fucking oatmeal either. Like it's disgusting. Ugh. Yeah. Jane just said, ew, no way I'm eating eggs off of eBay. I wouldn't do it either.
Get some damn salmonella poisoning.
I feel like eating water and cereal is a broke person thing, and it's broke folks everywhere. Yeah, it is. That's what I'm saying. It is. That's why I said like in the ghetto, you know. Why water gotta be warm though? I don't know. I don't think you'd want to be cold water in your cereal. You know what I mean? You're gonna put some warm water in there and mush
Okay,
it.
we believe we're having this discussion.
You're gonna get the warm water. It mushes up the cereal. You know what I mean? So it's like a mush there. I get it. It's okay. It's okay. But you know, at the end of the day, like I said, just people sit there and want to act like Trump is doing something special. Oh, ooh, we got a $5 super sticker from the Spoiler Kings. Thank you, brother. Much appreciated. You know what I mean? Hey, Spoiler Kings, I have a great channel. I love hanging out with those guys, man. We be over there chilling, having fun. You guys need to check out the videos we did when we talked about the Anthony Mackie stuff, and we have to get that on my channel as well. So definitely check that out.
Hey, Brian, don't be shouting me out as the Miss Hype Man. Don't invite me to no streams, man. That's outrageous. Don't do that no more. I know that's you, Brian. I know that's you.
He said one time it was like 2 a.m. I was hungry. I didn't have milk, so I just put Sprite. Ugh. Wait, what? You put Sprite in your cereal? All right, stranger. I'm sorry. That is like what? Wait. How did it taste though? I'm curious. How did it taste? Was it good? Was it fire? Because sometimes he said, "I got you, JG." Don't let JG punk you into anything, Brian. Don't do that. It's JG we're talking about here.
See, I also don't want to take more L's. That's a problem. He don't want to take any L's from me. He's taking enough. That New York should be changed to an L, right? L
that motherfucker. You know what I mean? Take that L. There has been 8 commercial interruptions during this live stream. The ads should never be played during the live stream. Really? I thought I turned the ads off, but okay. I don't know about eggs, but chickens are in high demand. Yeah, Donnie was like, he's buying some chickens. I was dying when he sent me that text. He sent me the eggs, right? The price of the eggs. And he said, bro, I'm looking into getting some chickens. And I'm guessing Donnie has a big backyard where he could put up a little chicken hen nest there and grow.
Mississippi, right? Like Mississippi, like 10 steps away. I'm gonna steal me a chicken. It ain't hard.
Yeah, what kind of cereal was it? The stranger said, very interesting. Yeah, it was kind of tangy.
I bet it was.
It was Sprite in the cereal, bro. Like, Roberta, you eating cereal with Sprite?
Hell no.
You know, the reason why I asked if it was good, and I gotta bust Roberto's brother for a minute.
You find some miracles by making little mixes like that.
Right, because I was like, one time I was by your house, and you remember what your brother used to eat with his spaghetti?
No.
Remember he used to eat Oreos with his spaghetti?
My brother has some very strange eating habits.
Yeah, he used to eat Oreos with his spaghetti. So one day I was like, bro, like, what do you do? He's like, it was good. He asked me if I wanted to try it. I didn't. But I mean, hey, sometimes you may find a concoction that sounds nasty, and it's like, yo, this is fire. I don't know about the spaghetti and cereal bar, but
one time
Cheerios?
I think it's a Thousand Island dressing. I had a plate where my salad was in the same plate with my rice and chicken and stuff.
Uh-huh.
Some of that dressing touched the rice.
And I was like, and it was fire.
What? Next thing you know, squirted Thousand Island dressing all over my rice. People looking at me like, yo, that's not salad, you know. I go, you don't know. You don't know.
That happened to me one time too. I
Man,
can't remember what I was eating.
You see that? No, I'm Canadian.
Yeah,
that shit was good,
eh? Here I thought peanut butter and tuna fish was odd. Ooh, that is odd.
What?
What?
Oh
hey,
my
we're not
goodness.
Our secrets aren't getting that deep, Andrea. That's like
man, they smoke so much over there, their taste buds are gone.
Peanut butter and tuna.
Brother, you need to stop smoking that weed and putting that food
That's
together
why-
at the end of the day,
Where's
brother.
Andrea? Up in Cali?
Man, fuck that.
I can't remember where he's from. Andrea, where are you from
I
again?
think he's up in Cali. He's smoking that Cali weed.
Facts. That shit could be looking in the fridge. He's like, when you're like, oh, what do I have in there? Okay, so I got tuna fish, I got bread, and I got peanut butter. What can I do with this?
Scribble meal.
I know I could make a fucking peanut butter sandwich. That tuna stay right where it is.
Or a tuna sandwich, you know what I mean? But
Well, he's in
mixing them
Washington
both.
State, huh?
He lives in Washington
Nah, I
State
will eat
now.
peanut butter
Cali shit before.
I've been living
A
here
peanut
for a
butter
few
banana
months now.
sandwich. That is.
Where were you before then, Andrea? You were up in Cali, weren't you?
Wait, what did you say, JG?
Peanut butter banana sandwich.
Oh,
It's good.
Stop that.
Oh, for real.
that.
Put some butter in the pan, skillet. Put some toasted bread with
Some
it. Then
butter
put
too?
peanut butter in the skillet. So the bread's all buttery and toasted. Spread some bananas and peanut butter on it. It's pretty good.
He said, "Yeah, I was in Cali before."
I remember.
Yeah,
My shit
yeah,
ain't
I'm
that
not.
fried.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. Peanut butter and bananas, Roberta. You ever tried that combo?
Peanut butter and banana, yeah, I tried that.
And
it's pretty good.
See.
That salt, like that sweet, salty taste, you know?
I know it's a normal thing because I see it around. I see that people do it. Just to me, doesn't look that appealing because, well, one, I don't even like bananas anyways. I was at work today and this dude was walking around eating a banana. I was like, brother, you are just making us look bad right now. You know what I mean? Like,
Why? You calling him a monkey? He's fucking tired.
Yes, I was. Yes, I was.
Bananas all the time.
Peanut butter and bananas, I've tried that. It's pretty good.
Am I supposed to say that if I see you eating some fried chicken with watermelon?
Maybe. You know, I don't eat watermelon.
You
I don't eat watermelon, but I'll eat
that shit now.
Damn Skippy, I want some hot sauce for my fried chicken. Yes, 100%. And some grape juice and chicken. What?
Oh, you damn slave.
Nikisha said peanut butter and banana with chocolate is great in a smoothie. Yeah.
I don't like peanut butter and chocolate.
What you gonna tell me next? You threw a little bit of kale in there too to give it some green. That's disgusting, man. That smoothie stuff never caught on with me.
Yo, wait, what is wrong with you guys? I used to eat jelly and banana sandwiches. Actually pretty good.
Yeah.
What?
That's not bad. That's really not that bad.
Need to pee at Starbucks or with a wait, what? Need to pee at Starbucks or with a kid who has to. You now have to pay to pee under CEO's new code of conduct. Wait, you have to pay to use the bathroom?
What the hell?
That's crazy.
Well, most places
Peanut butter.
you have to buy something in the store to use the bathroom.
Yeah, here, yeah. It makes sense. A lot of stores are doing that now.
All these
and again, that was another thing that happened after the virus, right? Before that, you could just go walk into a store, use the bathroom, whatever. But now you have to, if you go to a restaurant or whatever, you have to actually buy something before you can actually use the bathroom. That's crazy. Yes, that is good, Nikisha. Spinach, not kale. You don't even taste the greens. It's good for you. See, there you go, Roberta. So there's some kind of greens in there.
Well, I can live with spinach because kale, man, that stuff raw is like plastic, man.
Hey, clean out your colon, though.
Yeah, it's very hard to break down. I had a kale Caesar salad. Fucking shit gave me arthritis in my jaw.
Mm-hmm. So Dewan said, hey, Anzo, you know Anzo? He said, you should look at Jasmine Crockett because nobody can tell me that woman ain't fire. She absolutely is fire. 100%. 100%. I've been Jasmine Crockett, yeah. I actually think I have something here.
Who's Nzo?
He spelled my name wrong. He meant to put Anzo. Oh, let me show this real quick. Let me show this, guys.
Oh yeah, she is.
Again, you know how
we have Costco's in Canada. Come on, man.
See Costco. I don't know if you have Costco up there in Canada. Costco actually raised their thing, so now if you work at Costco, you'll be making 32 an hour.
What? That's what they pay you up there in the States, 32 an hour at Costco?
Yeah,
Wow.
Costco always pretty much been paying good money. It's hard to get hired there.
They're
They pay good
unionized,
money.
huh?
I don't know
I'm
about
sure
that.
they are. I'm
I
sure
think
they
they are
are. I'm not sure.
unionized.
I'm sure they
It's
are.
just so hard to get in over there.
This is the Jasmine Crockett he was talking
But
about.
unfortunately, I'm so fucking proud of Democrats today. They went to the Treasury building to talk to Elon Musk, to tell him to his face that what the fuck he's doing is fucking illegal. This is what happened.
And what we not gonna do is stand around while they pull this bullshit that they trying to pull right now.
That's what I'm talking about, sister.
Unmatched. But it
You
wasn't
know?
Jasmine Crockett. She went down there with a whole cavalry of Democrats. But unfortunately, because Elon Musk is in the Treasury building with 19 and 20-year-olds sifting through all our data, trying to steal Americans' money so that he could give trillions of dollars of tax cuts to the ultra wealthy, they were denied getting into the building.
We can't let you through right now. Unless we have clearance to go into federal buildings.
We also have members of the oversight committee here, which has jurisdiction.
You got to keep in mind, these are elected officials being denied entry to a federal fucking building. Nonetheless, they didn't just stop there and go home. They went and did a rally in front of the Treasury building where multiple Democrats spoke out. This is called message discipline. They all went there with a united front and a united message. This is what the fuck I want to see. Frost came out and said, a man worth over $400 billion is going to decide what happens with my grandmother's social security check? What's stopping him from stealing taxpayer money? That's why we're here as Democrats to fight for our constituents. Congresswoman Ayanna Pressley, Elon Musk is a Nazi Nepo baby. Congresswoman Maxine Waters, this is not Trump's motherfucking country. This is our country. Senator Blumenthal, using his white privilege, we have to reach Republicans and say you're losing your country too. Let me make a comment about this because I made this comment in my other video. What's saying that in the rule book we have to only talk to Democrats? The reality is that Republicans are going to be impacted by this shit too. Whether it's tariffs that are going to increase prices for Republican states even hardest, or whether it's Medicare or Medicaid or cuts to any social safety nets, which white Americans make up the largest group of people using social safety nets in the United States. We know that 57% of white America actually voted for Trump. Senator Blumenthal spoke facts. Republicans need to understand that they're losing their country too. If they don't think that they're going to get affected by all this shit, they will. By going straight to the Treasury and holding rallies and holding press conferences raises awareness. That's pillar one. But pillar two is definitely going through the courts. Democrats are going through the courts right now to provide the checks and balances that Trump's kiss-ass Republican allies are not. A great example of this was when Trump signed that unconstitutional executive order stopping birthright citizenship. Bitch, a fucking Ronald Reagan appointed judge. Ronald Reagan immediately stopped it. I have been on the bench for over 4 decades, 40 motherfucking years, and I can't remember another case where the question presented was as clear. Where the fuck were the lawyers when the decision to sign this executive order was made, the judge asked. He said it boggled his mind that a member of the bar would claim that the order was even constitutional. Same thing happened when the federal judges doubled down on temporarily halting the—
I'll just pause this real quick. But we talked about that last week where it was like, what did we think about him taking away birthrights? I didn't know that they were fighting that. So if they're fighting that, it's kind of a good thing. But again, at the same time, it's such a iffy. It's like it's not just a black and white thing. There's a lot of gray to that. You know what I mean? The birthright thing. So it's hard for me anyways, to be like, oh, where I stand on it and stuff like that. What do you guys think?
Well, you know what? I already shared my view on it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, it's just it's sketchy.
Absolutely.
Well, you know, if it weren't for birthright citizenship, I wouldn't be here right now. Right? I'm all for it. But I think when all these laws have been made, they make it black and white so you can make up any gray area that you want to make up. Right? And that's the problem where, look, I get it, right? No, they have migrants that come in, regardless of where they come from. Come in, they want a better life for their children, and they have kids here, hoping that the kids will be able to stay here, have a great life, have a great education. But then you want to take that away. Why the hell are most of these people that have been here? Look, it's really, like you said, it's kind of hard to say what side of the coin you want to be on. What side of the line you want to be on? Because like I said, if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't be here right now.
Absolutely.
Right? And there's
100%.
a lot of people who are in these government officials who wouldn't be here now if it wasn't for that.
Mm-hmm.
So to take that away, It's really ridiculous, and it's ironic
Yeah.
because Trump's wife is an American,
No, she's not.
right? JD
Mhm.
Vance's wife is, I'm sure she's American, but are her parents American? Right? So I don't know, man. It's so much BS going on right now. There's so much gray area to where if you catch him on something and question him, Trump usually does is, oh, well, I don't like these line of questionings. What you're doing is this is the Democrats' fault, blah, blah, blah. Never answers the fucking question. Never takes accountability. And it
Mhm.
goes on both sides. Neither party wants to take accountability for the bullshit they have done. And now this is where we are right now. This is where we are right now because of greed, because of capitalism, because of corruption. This is where we are right now. We're stuck between a rock and a
Facts.
hard place. And for the people that voted for this guy in, and like I said, Kamala, I don't think she would have done any better. People that voted for him in, it's like the question I was asking Lyndon B. Johnson. Why, how has it that so many poor white people vote for you? His response in a nutshell was, I tell them that at least you're not a nigger. As long as they are better than who they deem to be the lowest class, they'll take what any hell they get. As long as they are better than the people that think that they are higher than.
Absolutely.
And it's a shame.
What up?
It's a shame.
What up, Keely Chow? How you doing? Thanks for popping in. Mike said only the natives were that were here when the pilgrims landed would still be here. JG. Eli said no one is native to America. The natives came from Asia, so technically we are all immigrants. And then Mike said maybe he'll be deported to El Salvador. And you know what's funny, right? Because we talked about this last week when Danny had to bust it out. I think it was Danny talking about Eli Musk was Canadian. Not only was he Canadian, though, his family was heavy into the KKK in Canada. Heavy. So what does that tell you? What does that tell you? He's a racist.
So that Nazi
So
salute makes a lot of sense.
You seem surprised.
What's that?
That Nazi
You
salute
seem
makes a lot of
surprised.
sense.
No, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. I'm
Okay.
just saying, though, you know what I mean? The fact that, you look at Twitter, you go to X, and you see all of the negative and the bullshit that he allows on X. And I'm going to show you something that he actually allowed. There's a video I want to show, but I'm not going to show this dude because I can't.
Oh, one more person. I just thought about
he's like a
Victor
raccoon.
Ramaswamy. Victor Ramaswamy.
Mm-hmm.
Would you be as prosperous as you were if it were for birthright citizenship? So why would you be part of a group that's taking that shit away? It makes no sense.
This is what Elon Musk allows on X. This bitch is one of the biggest racists on there. She's racist, but she says January and she has her face white, and then she put February and she has black face.
Stupid bitch.
Man, what the Cubans gotta be so damn stupid.
And they get away with it, right? They get away with being on X and doing that shit, right? Because as long as they're on there and they're saying whatever they want to against black people, they absolutely have no recourse. It's like whatever. Let's just say what we want, and Eli will, and the retweets. This has 337 retweets. Good job. I don't believe in divorce. I'm pretty sure there are people in these posts that are agreeing with her. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. It's just sickening to me, I mean, I'm not really like my ancestors came from Scotland and then Ireland and then came here in the 5th generation in my family. Facts, 100%, So at the end of the day, and I know most of the people in here, right? We all know the shit that Trump has been doing. We all know, like, he's a con artist. We all know this. But it's just when you go on X, and I don't know if it's just like an X thing where I'm seeing all of these Trump fanatics, but it just seems to me like there are people running around like thinking he's the savior. He's the savior of America. Not to me, man. Not to me. Never. I know a lot of people run around and say how, all the racist stuff that they say about Trump only started when he got elected. Not for me. I knew he was a racist from the Central Park Five shit. I knew he was a racist from when him and his father went to court and they lost because they weren't renting to black people. So Kathy Griffin investigated by the SS for fake Trump head. Don Jr. had silhouettes of Biden hung from a helicopter with Biden logo on his wallpaper on Truth Social. No investigation. Yeah, of course. 100%. You know, it's always a double standard, right? It's whatever they do to us, we have to take it, or we do something to them and you get banned. Like Trump even, I mean, Elon Musk even posted something on there saying that if anybody comes on here and defames him or Trump, he's going to suspend their accounts on X. Like, well, what happened to free speech, Elon? You know, I don't go on X.
I don't know what it is.
I think it's so toxic. I'm barely on any social media. I'm on YouTube more than anything else. And that's what I'm going to say. If anybody who's not on X, stay off of it. Really and truly stay off it, because you're just going to get pissed off. You know, I get pissed off every time I go and look at these damn tweets and memes and stuff. And it really drove me crazy, especially the past week when everybody on there was claiming that Canada caved and, you know, we did exactly what Trump said we were going to do. And I'm like, motherfuckers, are you guys even reading? Like, do you guys even know what's going on? Are you guys even like, are you just reading what you want to see into it? So that's what it seems to me. It's just like, it's whatever I see, that's the narrative that I'm going for. Even when people put out the real narrative, it's fake news. So you can win some, you lose some. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's just crazy to me. Roberto, last thoughts.
Scary world we live in. Only getting scarier.
I'm just glad, and I think, okay, so I know we came on here and we were like really like, oh, World War III is coming. It may still be coming, but I'm at the point now where I think it was really a scare tactic. You know what I mean? I think it was a scare tactic to scare people, just like the Y2K was and all of that stuff. What's the best way to get people to do what they want you to do is you scare them into certain things. And yeah, I was there. Do I still think that it's not gonna happen or not gonna happen? I'm in between, right? I just think maybe it's not as bad as like people were making it out to be before Trump got elected. What do you think, Roberto?
World War III?
Yeah.
They're always crying World War III, World War III. It could only happen when it happens.
Right. But what I was saying is, do you think
with someone like Trump in charge?
What was that? Repeat that, because I was talking over you. I'm
the
sorry.
chances are more likely to happen with a guy like Trump in charge.
I agree with you. But I also think that it was kind of a scare tactic at the time. Everybody was talking about it. You know what I mean? And I think
But
now that
who and who? U.S. and who?
U.S. and Russia.
Okay, but he's buddies with Putin.
Yeah. He's buddies with Putin. That's why I say it's like now that he got in power, a lot of that talk has died down. You know what I'm saying? So it feels to me like it's like it was a scare tactic. Hey guys, World War III is coming. We got to get Trump in power, and then Trump gets in power, and it's like, oh yeah, well, you know, Trump's a friend. So, JG, what are your thoughts?
How come we didn't put no sanctions on Russia?
Good point. What are your thoughts, JG?
Well, we already have a they're restricted from us anyway, so it was really no point of putting tariffs on them. But you know, I still think it would be a World War III, but not so much as warfare. Warfare, I think it's gonna be like we see in a lot of Cold War talks, a lot of propaganda, a lot of threats, a lot of people talking shit, basically. Right? I don't think anything's gonna happen now. I think in the future we may see some physical stuff going on. Look, and I said this way back before the election started, or when they were both doing campaigns. One things I kept saying, Trump's going to win. Why? Because Americans don't read, and we're stupid. I kept saying it over and over again. So when you guys question Do people? I told you we don't read. We don't. We don't. We rely on social media for our information. We rely
Yeah.
on news outlets who constantly use misinformation. No matter what side you want to be on, everybody spreads misinformation. Why? Because they want to back the person they think is going to help to produce whatever wealth that they want. Right? Look, it's gonna get worse. It's gonna get worse. And one thing Trump
Facts.
said was he already covered himself. Hey, you know, we're gonna do this, and it's gonna take some time. It's gonna take some time. So he's already covered himself, right? And we
Mm-hmm.
know it's bullshit. But to a lot of these people who voted for him, a lot of these people support him. Trump said it's gonna take time. We just have to wait and see. How much wait and see do we have?
Facts.
You know, many of us have more life behind us than we do in front of us. How much wait and see can we deal with?
Facts.
Rent's going up, mortgages going up, bills are going up, and the pay isn't even going up with the rise in the prices. How much wait and see do we have? So, I
Facts.
mean, if I was everybody, hey, learn how to grow your own vegetables, steal some chickens, cows, whatever you got to do. You know,
Facts.
go back to the
listen.
sharecropper days, so we used to grow our own shit. That's what we start back to.
Hey, listen. I still have like my 2 weed tents. So if worse comes to worse, yeah, I'll put them shits up and I'll grow our own vegetables over here. You're damn right. You understand? If that's the case, where it gets to the point where you can't buy fucking tomatoes and potatoes and lettuce and all that shit, cause yeah, I'll be like, listen, I'm gonna put my tent up and we can start growing some vegetables. To get to these last comments before we close it up, but the stranger said that's why I got off Threads is because it made me so angry that I couldn't take it anymore. I just deleted the account. I agree with you. It's crazy. Booski is non-government influenced social media in America. Sometimes the truth is stranger than fiction. Yeah, for real. It's called Trump derangement syndrome, Nzo. The right likes saying it's a liberal thing, but it's actually all those people who can't think critically when it comes to Trumpito. Facts, Mike, 100%. I agree with you. She said, true, Dewan. He said, and the only reason I was on Twitter was for the news, but now there's no news. It's just all misinformation and bullshit. Facts. I get upset when I see someone in a red hat until I realize they're wearing 49ers hat. Then I'm just pissed. Trump is planning on replacing.
Whoa, wait a minute.
What?
There is some
What?
49er blasphemy over here. Did I just hear some 49er blasphemy?
Yes.
Damn,
Trump is planning on replacing judges. He did replace last time. Last time he replaced hundreds and left-leaning judges with conservatives. Facts. Later, fellow weirdos. Absolutely, Eli. Said Trump won because the Dems didn't offer a better alternative. Kamala was a bad choice. I did vote for her, though. I agree with you 100%. It was people were between a rock and a hard place, but I think a lot of the people that knew that I can't vote for Trump. I'm going to vote for Kamala. It's just she didn't win, but it is what it is. Roberto, tell the people where they can find you, sir.
Wednesday nights, right here, 9 o'clock with my boys, them.
Absolutely. Oh, Roberto, I forgot to tell you. We had a JG sighting the other day backstage, bro.
What?
Yeah.
Yep.
What happened?
We had it. Huh?
What happened?
I was getting on JG because he doesn't turn his camera on, and he got pissed off, and he's like, "All right, there it is. The camera's on now." And I was like, "At least he did it backstage." So now I can confirm that JG is an actual brother.
Thank you. I'm not in blackface. I'm actually black man.
I was gonna say I'm not sure if it rubs off, but so far, what
damn,
he looked like you. JG, take us home, brother.
JG Shaolin Terrific, the undisputed final boss of the 36 chambers of Shaolin. Wire. Thank you all for tuning in live for this fire stream. Come back next week on the O.O.C with host Nzo, aka the Abbott, the Osiris of the Split King, the Professor of Gunja, alongside the culture brother, aka Mr. 100, aka No Trouble Did It. Anything gonna be Irie. No woman, no cry. And of course, check out my homie Superwise. Mi hermano de Otra Mate, Príncipe in Nueva York. We do our Daredevil watch parties next month. And please check out my uncle on the GGC. That's Jag for you right there. And the amazing, the outstanding, the charismatic, always man of the hour. Dr. Says the illest because he suffers from that realness. If you smell la, well, Danny is cooking.
Yeah, Roberto, I got your message because my internet came back on halfway through the show, so I was able to do it for the full 2 hours.
Got all about
You know
that.
what I mean? Yeah. So I was able to. Let me just say real quick, Nikisha, thank you for popping in. Always a pleasure. Elihu,
Nikisha.
thank you for being here. The Stranger, appreciate
Respect,
it.
everybody.
Mike, brothers, good to see you. Thank you for popping in too as well. Who else was in the chat here? We had Dewan in the house. We had Andrea in the house. Brian was chilling out with us today. And yeah, I appreciate you, Brian. I got on Brian the other day too, right? Because we were talking to the show and he was like, yeah, man, you know, I'm like, motherfucker, you don't watch my shit. Like, I be doing shit in the car. You ain't even in the comments, nothing. You may watch the replays, but you ain't there. So he made sure he posted that. Chillmonger. Still mad at you for setting me up, brother, but you are my brother, and I appreciate you for popping in. Thank you very much for doing that. DQ, thank you. Mr. Danny Graham was in the house. Thank you. Mr. Papa Socks even showed up tonight. Beaming Kun was here today. Beaming Kun, we will be doing a $10 shot night pretty soon, so definitely have that coming up. Other than that, I appreciate every single one of you. It's always a pleasure to see you guys in here chilling out with us and, you know, just having a good time. We will be back next week with another episode. Thank you. Good night.
Peace.